You don't intuitively know how to wash your ass?
We grew up with this method.
White people smell like a wet dog.
Oh, so fabulous.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again. It's your girl Dumebi. If this is your first time coming across my channel, you're welcome to the channel. I do hope you decide to subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, it's so good to have you here. Thank you so much for stopping by once again. So today we're going to be talking about something just a little light-hearted, and I found it interesting. Now, this is a video that went viral on TikTok. It has almost 30 million views as of right now. And when I initially came across it, I was like, no, I didn't know if I should make a video about it or not. But I saw a second video that was basically talking about the same thing. And I was like, okay, let's just talk about it. So I saw this particular video made by a palm-colored woman talking about how she stumbled on Black Girl TikTok and how it has changed their lives, and she came to give advice to her fellow palm-colored people. Let's just roll the clip.
I found myself on Black TikTok recently. I don't know how I got there, okay? But I just have a message to my fellow white people. Hey guys, we're so stinky. We are so smelly, you know? We are just so smelly. And I think, here's what I've pulled, okay? All right. I feel as if, first of all, a washcloth, it's so cheap, it's so handy. Yeah, it is. And it can, fun fact, it goes in the washing machine so you don't need to keep buying. Anyway, you know it's not working, and here's what I'm hearing. Here's what I'm hearing is happening. A little soap, a little, all done. Hey guys, your body's bigger than that. You know, when I'm coughing because I just ripped a crazy dab, my kneecaps sweat. You know, my kneecaps are sweating. And you know what? I'm walking in my stinky, smelly feet all the time. I'm standing in water. Hey girl, that's not good enough. Hey girl, that's not good enough. The water's hitting my butt cheeks. Hey sister, that's not good enough. I know that I have 25% male audience. They're creeping, you know? And I know that I got some white men here, okay? Hey guys, it can always be better. And here's the thing, I have a feeling that the reason why white people are so stinky smelly is it's like a white supremacy thing. And don't, it's because I think that it's like whiteness is cleanliness, is purity. I'm clean. No, we're not. We're not. Do you know what a dry brush is? Hi, do you know what a dry brush is? What's that? I'm no pony. You, please. Oh, anyway, dry brush, I'm serious, guys. I'm actually serious. A dry brush, we use it before the shower, okay? Little gentle strokes. My skin, it's too sensitive. It's too pure and sensitive. No, that's because it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're exfoliating for the first time, okay? Some gentle strokes. You're gonna see flakes are gonna be flying like fireworks, sister, and that's okay. That's okay. I grew up with my friends being like, oh my God, I'm ashy, I need lotion. And here's me, I'm saying, that never happens to me, so I guess I never need to meet a friend named Lotion. Is what I say. Nope, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna get the biggest bottle of lotion, and you're just gonna keep it around. And then you're just gonna pump that baby whenever. But you know what you're gonna do after you shower you're gonna lotion up. The same thing that you're doing to your face, you're doing it to your whole body, girl. And that dry brushing's gonna be, and then you go in the shower, you get those gloves on. I know they're scary, but it's so easy, so cheap. And you're just gonna exfoliate and grab your washcloth and wash. I'm so serious, guys. I'm so serious. I sit next to the smelliest white kid, and I just, like, my parents never taught me this. I had to learn this from Black TikTok. I'm serious, and this is a problem. Y'all, it's a problem. Clean your ass. Okay, bye.
Now, looking at how animated she was, I couldn't help but laugh. She sounded like she's sharing some life-saving gems to her fellow palm-colored people. And now, this is something that comes up almost like every 3 to 5 working days on the internet. I cannot count how many TikToks have been made about palm-colored people and their hygiene. I mean, I've covered a video like that before, this particular video, and I still keep coming across several videos of palm-colored people coming out to talk about their hygiene, just like these ones.
I was just informed that there are people who use washcloths in the shower. As a grown adult, Are you serious? This can't be real. You're telling me that you are going to use a bacteria-infested cloth rather than just using your hands?
How often are you guys bathing your kids? And the majority of you are doing it every night. Wow, good for you. I don't think that's necessary. How often do I bathe my kids? Once a week. And this is situational. If my son is 7 and he's been playing sports and been outside all day, yeah, he'll get a bath. But in the winter, we're at like once a week because they're not going outside. They don't get sweaty. They're just not dirty. If we're bathing more than once a week in the winter, it's for entertainment purposes, not because of personal hygiene. And while this isn't a hill I'm willing to die on, I just want to say that if you're a mom who thinks that society is pressuring you and that you're not a good mom unless you bathe your kids every day, stop. You don't need to bathe your kids every day. Do it less. Do it as often as I do. I think once a week is great.
I don't say we avoid bathing, but we bathe very rarely. Yeah, like we didn't bathe her for the first whole part of her childhood. And like now we basically bathe her if she asks for it because it's fun or she's exceptionally dirty.
We really wanted to keep her skin microbiome as healthy and intact. Even if it's just rinsing with water, our water has chlorine in it and all kinds of other preservatives and different chemicals that I just didn't want to expose her to.
Do you use a washcloth? No, me either.
I think disgusting.
Am I scrubbing my body with a washcloth?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I know. I think we're.
That is like a UTI waiting to happen.
I think we're in the minority. I really do. No, I think we are.
People use washcloths?
I think so.
Like for their body?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, what are you washing your butt with?
My hand.
Are y'all bathing with this here? Putting it in the bathtub. Putting this into the bathtub and putting your body inside of the bathtub. You can't do that. I mop my floors with this.
White people smell worse. See, now I knew that.
It's gonna get cut.
Yeah, no, I knew it. No, I knew it. But with that being cut, though, am I telling a lie?
Why do y'all smell worse?
Dog, you could be outside for 4 hours. You'll come in smelling great.
Yeah.
I'm outside for 6 minutes.
Yeah, it's like,
I smell like a gator.
How many times do you think you should shower per week, according to dermatologists?
I don't care what they say. I'm going to say hey.
The answer is actually B, 2 to 3 times per week.
There are 7 days in the week.
Yes, there are 7 days in the week. Now, the consensus is 2 to 3 times per week, but it does depend on the person. I'm looking at Al's face, like, what is this? It depends on the person, your lifestyle, your skin type, your
lifestyle,
age, your activity level as well.
Do you wash your legs in the shower? No.
No.
I do it if I have like plans.
Maybe I need to work on that.
My legs, bro, I wash my whole body.
Yes, and yes. What kind of question is that?
You have to. So why your legs specific?
Because I find in the white English culture, people say there's no need.
They don't wash their legs?
No.
Their legs like down here?
What other legs you know, bro?
The only thing as a man that you pay special attention to is this area and the little armpits, and that's it.
Parents were washing the bathtub before giving their kids a bath. Are we supposed to be doing this?
There's so many, and I think at this point it is no longer a secret that there is a hygiene problem among those folks, and it seems to be cultural at this point. And me, I'm over here minding my black business. I'm feeling grateful that I'm black and I was taught to wash myself. This is like basic survival instinct as a black person. Every black person knows we take our bath and we scrub our body. We don't just let the water run down our skin. We take time to scrub every part, every nook and cranny, every inch of our bodies. We take our time to apply lotion, moisturize our body so we don't be looking ashy, and it's just a day-to-day thing. At first, I used to be surprised when I heard these confessions by palm-colored people, and the fact that they were comfortable talking about this and making it look like we on the other end of the spectrum who were so into our personal hygiene, like as if we were the odd ones. And I'm like, hello? So apparently she's not the only person that has stumbled on Black Girl TikTok. I've seen a couple other videos and I think it's sort of like a trend for them right now.
I have found myself over on Black Girl Shower Talk about 6 months ago, and let me tell you, it's changed my life. There's a couple of things I've taken away. My fellow white girls, you need to listen up. If you have not found yourself on Black Girl Shower Talk, just search that. You're welcome. First of all, I smell so good. I am getting devoured by my man. I smell so good. He cannot resist. I smell like a s'more or a gummy bear or cotton candy, whatever routine I'm using that day. This thing, the African net sponge. Are you kidding me? I've never felt so clean in my life. It doesn't harbor bacteria because you get all the soap out. Not like this thing. I've been sitting here using a loofah for years. These things are gross. That's my husband's, and I'm just happy he cleans between his cheeks most of the time. You know what I mean?
There are some of our people that are like, oh, we can't keep sharing everything with these people. Like, let them figure it out themselves. They don't have to learn from us. And on the other end, I think there are some of us who will not mind. I mean, we want to preserve our culture as much as possible. But I think this might be an aspect or an element of our global black culture that we do not mind them actually learning from. I mean, you guys are good at colonizing. Please colonize a little bit of good hygiene from black people, okay? Watching these videos of these palm color women who have seen these black people shower routine videos on TikTok and have gotten an African net sponge and then coming to the internet to talk about it, you can see the pride. You can see how proud they are. Like they feel they are special because they discovered the African net sponge. And I'm over here with my Nigerian self looking like, you see that net sponge? We have different types of it over here, and it's the most basic thing anybody could have, regardless of your status, regardless of your educational background. I mean, it is so basic. You would see it in every home. And I'm like, y'all are just discovering this? Wow. So now I came across a second video that made me realize I need to talk about this, and this is the video.
Why do so many white people get on podcasts, get on TikTok, and talk about how their children don't bathe or how they don't bathe? I feel like there's something to discuss here about whiteness and how it is viewed as clean and pure and better and primary and default. And really the history goes to show that white people have always been disgusting. Indigenous people, African people, they were bathing, and many of them noted that the first sign of Europeans was their stench, that they were just putrid. And I do think a lot of the reason why people of color in America are so clean, smell so good, have to have their hair done, have to have their makeup done, is because of upward mobility, because the standard for them is so much higher than it is for white people. Like, white women can just walk into Target with a messy bun and sweatpants, and it's like, oh, look at her, like, she could be a multi-millionaire, her husband could be an entrepreneur, yet a black woman is not afforded that same luxury. So I really feel like white women are just rubbing that level of privilege in when they go on podcasts or come on TikTok and talk about how their kids don't bathe. Like, that is disgusting. I'm sorry. I grew up taking a bath every single night. My parents brushed my hair every single night, brushed my hair every single morning. It wasn't that big of a deal. When I got older, I was given deodorant and face wash, and that, I have actually been showering twice a day, often, especially in the summer, morning and night showers, especially if I'm pregnant. Sometimes I would shower 3 times a day. Wash yourself. Wash yourself. My sons do not go to bed unless they're clean. I don't want their dirty bodies in their bed, and then every time they get into bed, it's dirty from the day. That's just my own opinion, but I do think that the larger discussion here about whiteness and why white people love to bring it up, love to talk about it. It's like they know somewhere that they are given the power to not have to bathe their kids and still be given so many privileges.
Now, there's something in common that these two ladies said, apart from the fact that they talked about palm color people's hygiene. There was something they said, which is how this poor personal hygiene kind of ties to white privilege and white supremacy. And that is an angle that I've never thought about this from before, because just looking at it as a topic, you might not be able to draw that conclusion. But with the way they broke it down, I think it kind of makes sense, because if palm color people feel their skin is clean, it represents cleanliness, it represents the superior part of the human race. Why do they need to wash it? There's this thing about them that obviously has become part of their culture where they feel they are already clean. I mean, maybe because we have melanin in our skin, they see us as the dirty ones, while they have less melanin, so their skin looks clean. It signifies purity, it signifies superiority to them. And obviously this is how they were able to push this agenda of colorism on us. This is how they were able to get we melanated people to believe in skin bleaching, to take less pride in our skin. I mean, I don't even know if you guys have come across those very anti-black racist soap or detergent commercials where you see a melanated person all of a sudden being washed by this detergent or this soap in question that they are advertising, and then next thing their skin goes from being dark to becoming palm colored, right? And then at that moment, that proves that the detergent is something that can wash away your melanin, so it can actually purify you. And that is kind of like a symbol of how effective such soap or detergent or toothpaste is. So that alone tells you how they view their skin, and this is probably why they feel they do not have the need to cleanse themselves. And if you ask me, this is just an example of where your superiority complex is actually the death of you. Because if we begin to talk about what this poor hygiene could be costing them, in terms of what it exposes them to health-wise, that's a whole different video. So at this point, these people cannot say there's nothing black people have not done for them. I'm just going to be playing videos by people, commenting on this topic, and I'll be wrapping up this video as well. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think their poor hygiene and the fact that they are so comfortable even coming out to speak about it somehow ties back to their white privilege, because they know people people are probably not going to judge them, and they don't even need to show up putting their best foot forward because they already have the system to their advantage, which is the white privilege we're talking about. And also the fact that them not feeling the need to cleanse their skin is also representative of the fact that they feel that white skin is cleaner. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
I found myself on Black TikTok recently. I don't know how I got there. Okay.
I'm truly crashing out over this video right now. I'm crashing out truly out of fear at the moment, okay? Absolutely crashing out. It is a true fear of mine to be the smelly coworker, the smelly friend. Not a life I want to live, okay? That is not for me. This video had me so scared last night that I was up on TikTok searching black girl shower routine, okay? And these girls know how to shower. They have all the things. They have the dry brush, they have the exfoliator, they have the shower oil, they have the body lotion. They've got it all, okay? And so right now I am sitting at my local Ulta's parking lot, and I'm probably about to go in and drop $60 on all the things so that I can be 100% certain that I'm showering correctly. I'm so scared that I just got off the phone with my best friend from high school, Contrell, and I was clarifying, making sure I don't smell like stilled water or wet dog, okay? And he was like, no, you're not a part of that community that smells like wet dog or stale water, but we have mutual friends that just be using their hands to clean their body, okay? They just be doing a little 1 2 1 2 1 2. And he was like, yes, we share friends that do that. He was like, when I was in cross country, he was like, I'd be the only one to show up with a rag. So if you are white, go watch that video, and then we're gonna search on TikTok black girl shower routine, and then you're gonna drive yourself to Ulta, Target, Walmart, somewhere, and we are going to make sure we're using rags, exfoliating, body wash, a Dove body bar to make sure we're disinfecting, okay? Don't be the smelly person this summer, okay? It's the South. It gets really hot. It gets really humid. Don't be that person, okay?
Hey guys, we're so stinky.
Go watch that video. You will learn some things. I am blessed that the algorithm on here thinks that I'm a black woman or a black gay man or both. I'm blessed every day on the FYP because of this. Last summer, there was one of these hygiene debates. And in the comments, black folks were talking about how we whites, we lying white devils, smell like wet dogs. And I was rattled to my core. And I thought, surely this is just joking around, or like this is like a poor hygiene thing, which, you know, my mom is a lunatic, but she did teach me how to clean my person. So hats off to Carol. So I have two really, really close friends of like 15 years who are black women. So I texted them both and I said, girl, listen. This is what the TikTok streets are saying. They're saying we smell like wet dog. Is this true? And one wrote back, well, I was like, okay, that's a yes. And she was like, it's more like your hair smells. She's like, that's why I don't really F with white dudes. Your hair smells. I was like, what? Are you kidding? I had no idea. And she's like, it's not all the time, but like, it's a lot. Rattled to my core. So then the other one texts me back and is just instantly like, oh yeah, no bitch, you stink. And I was like, are you kidding? She's like, it's more like, she's like, you know how white people will leave the house with wet hair, which is something we would never do, which never occurred to me. She's like, you know, y'all get on the bus or the train in the morning with wet hair and it smells like a pack of wet dogs got on the train. And I, not anymore, but I was a lifelong leave the house with wet hair person. Shaken, rattled, gooped to my core. Gooped and gagged. Then, last fall, I go with one of my best friends, who unfortunately will see this. Sorry, Melissa. One of my best friends to take her kids to the apple orchard. And on the way back to the entrance, there was this like freak storm that came out of nowhere, and it was raining, but also like ice pellets. And she has two twins who are 2, and they were freaking out probably because it hurt to be hit in the face with ice pellets. All that to say, I restrained one because they were trying to like get out of the wagon. And I was like gripping him, and his head was right here, and his head got all wet. Whoosh, instant wet dog. Instant wet dog. Melissa, I'm sorry. It's all of us. It's not just your kids. But I was shaken and rattled and gooped and gagged. So the point is, whites, we stink.
I just have a message to my fellow white people. Hey guys, we're so stinky.
She said it first. She said it first. But since she said it first, let me go ahead and double down.
and let y'all know that she is right, y'all. She is so right. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean, okay? But as an OBGYN nurse, and not just an OBGYN nurse, because I've been a nurse for 15 years and I've worked in many fields where I had to either, look at somebody's vagina, have my face damn near like right up in somebody's vagina, or, have to smell somebody's vagina. Like, and I do mean like 30 vaginas a day, like every day for like years. Like, that's a lot of vaginas, okay? And what I can say is that out of all those vaginas that I had the privilege, shall I say, to be so near and dear with, that white people definitely had the most issues when it came to hygiene. When it came to the amount of women who would come into my office with tissues still stuck to their ass and last night's shit still caked to their buttholes. When I say that they were all white women, they were all white women. Not one time did I ever have a black woman, an Indian woman, an Asian woman, Hispanic woman, y'all get the gist, come into my office and have either tissue stuck to their ass or just have something really crazy going on down there. It was just like, holy cow, I've never witnessed something like this in my entire life. You know what I mean? Like, it was usually white people. Like, majority of my clientele were white people. When I say that I can't tell you how many times I had to tell them to go to the bathroom, that we have wipes in there for y'all to use before you come and you know what I mean, to spread your legs to us. We have wipes in the bathroom for y'all. I don't know if y'all do that, but we have wipes in the bathroom for y'all for a reason. But yeah, they for some reason had a problem with cleaning up before they went and laid on the table. I don't know what it was, but yeah, I just thought I'd put that out there that y'all were the main ones coming into my office with shit still stuck to your ass.
The reason why white people are so stinky smelly is it's like a white supremacy thing. And I don't know if you've seen that video of that girl who is of a white race that is just going off on the fact that she has been on Black TikTok and she's learned like how to bathe properly, how to exfoliate, all those things. And it's so crazy because that is one of my Roman empires that I talk a lot with my friends who are like minorities or of color. And it's so weird to me that all of like, at least my friends that are not from the United States or like Europe that are white, their concept of like white cleanliness is like so negative as well. And it's so funny because I went to a school where there was a lot of American kids from like the American embassy, and we had this kid specifically. He would get picked up like in a black SUV, like with a driver, like super rich background, and yet he stank the whole class up. It was so bad to the point that the parents had to request like a meeting with the school because none of us could concentrate just because of the smell. And I just couldn't fathom it as like a Colombian girl. I was like, wait, this kid has so much money, comes from the US, like why does he stink? Like I just couldn't like understand it. And it's so interesting because like what she was saying in the video is that her parents never taught her like, hey, you need to like scrub behind your kneecaps, you need to use a washcloth or loofah or like exfoliate, like put lotion on your body, like oil, perfume, like, and it's so not like common. And I've lived with people who are white and American and their like sense of cleanliness, not all, because I have had great people who are not, they were super clean, but I did have some that were like, you were never taught these things, like you stink. And if you really think back to like colonization, like these European countries that were predominantly white, whatever, were bringing all over these diseases to like countries in Africa and like countries in South America, like even like to the point where like I know there's been several accounts of like, oh, these at least in like Caribbean, South American countries, like, oh, they were bringing these conquistadores or like colonizers like incense and stuff, and they were like, oh, it's because we're gods. But like a lot of accounts were like, no, it's because you got off these boats for months with no hygiene like routines implemented, and they stank. It's like so bad. So I can't comprehend it because I'm like, white people have had like more technological advances, education, all of this more than all the other minority communities, at least in my country. And it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, what do you guys think? The reason why white people are so stinky smelly is it's like a white supremacy thing.
So, homegirl stumbled on Black TikTok and is discovering that the way that we clean ourselves is different than the way, yeah. And so she says that she feels that the reason is probably because of white supremacy. And yeah, these are soap ads. They're vintage soap ads. Do you see how the soap cleans off the black and the soap cleans off the black? So white people are clean and black people are not. Same thing over here. Okay, these are the advertisements that were shared quite broadly. And then on top of that, well, there's this thing about the cognitive dissonance of racism, right? Black people are dirty. However, who cleaned your homes? Who cleaned your children? Right. So after the 1960s, when there were less black women working in white homes, the more videos you see of these people that are like, oh, I only bathe my kids once a week. They're not really that dirty. It's quite literally part of white supremacy and the teachings. Whiteness is cleanliness and blackness is dirty, even though factually that is not true. You can't both call people dirty and then have them be the ones responsible for cleaning your homes and cleaning your children. So, and also cooking your food too. Just saying.
Did you all see the ginger that came across your For You page today? She ended up on Black TikTok, and that the big conversation over there is like washcloths and how we don't use washcloths. I have a literal picnic basket that I keep in my closet filled with washcloths. The only time in my house that we ever used face cloths, washcloths, was when we were sick. My mother would say, oh, let me go get you a cold cloth. Me and literally all my friends that are white have washcloths in their house. And then when they get nasty, we use them to wash our car. This woman was saying how, because she ended up on Black TikTok, that, and I don't mean to stereotype, that a lot of black folks love their washcloths and they keep them in their shower and they use them to bathe and that's how they get nice and clean, and that we stink. But my question is, once you do this once, do you just hang it out in your shower and then it gets all crusty and dries? So now you're washing these 5 times a week? This is gonna sound so stupid. We grew up with this method. Big old bar soap. Got my clean washcloth. I'm heading it. Okay. I'm definitely not gonna give that a 10 out of 10. I felt like the shower took me more time because you gotta suds everything up and it's big and bulky and then you're trying to like wash all your bits and then you're putting more soap on it and I don't know if I can continue this. I may just go with the method.